Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. 10:02 coming up on 10:03 in the morning here. And seems like we've had a lot of cloudy Saturdays, that's for sure, the last 5-6 weeks. But, hey, we're getting through it. It's okay. And we got a happy new year, 2019. We welcome you in. We're going to talk a lot of basketball today here on the John Mendola Show. Of course, you can join us online. It is thejohnmendolashow.com. Find daily interviews, again, on thejohnmendolashow.com. Recent interviews. How about the Riverside boys basketball team? We had them in studio last week. We talked Wilkes University basketball, talked a little Western Wayne basketball, and Natalie Winters and the job that she's done, and Abington Heights girls basketball as well. The Northwest area girls basketball team, they'll be in studio in just a little bit. But first up, we're going to talk Hanover area girls basketball. Chris Parker, the head coach, with us. Good morning, Chris, and Happy New Year.
Good morning, John. Happy New Year.
Big win this week. Let's talk about the win that you got against Myers and what that felt like for you and the ladies.
Well, John, I could tell you it was a huge win. We were really looking forward to it, have an opportunity for Myers to come into our gym undefeated. We felt that we were battle-tested throughout our games that we had played previously, like Riverside, North Pocono, West Scranton, teams in that nature. So we felt that we would fare well against Myers. It was a phenomenal game. I thought both teams played extremely well. We were fortunate to come out with the victory, but I think my girls played hard enough and deserved to win the game.
Let's talk about numbers-wise. And we talked at Media Day and some of the programs not having enough to field a JV team and just trying to get girls out there to do what they could do. At Hanover area right now, you have a select number of girls. These girls that you have, they're working hard, right?
Absolutely, John. It's been a struggle this year as far as our numbers. We have about 24 girls throughout our entire program, 7th through 12th grade. I currently have 12 kids between JV and varsity. Thus far this season, we've been able to play JV games and varsity games with about 6 or 7 kids playing JV. Those kids that play JV are giving me significant minutes in the varsity game as well, so it's been tough. But these kids have done a great job. They work extremely hard. They're dedicated, and I can't say enough how proud I am of the effort and the commitment these girls have given me.
You've been around the game of basketball for quite some time, so having a pulse. I guess these girls being in some really, really good shape when they're playing a JV game and then contributing there in the varsity floor as well. But knowing when to push and pull a little bit. Talk a little bit about that mindset and making sure everybody's on the same page.
Absolutely. It's been tough trying to manage that. I think my JV coach, Phil Woods, has done a great job in trying to get these girls some rest throughout the JV game so that we make sure that they're prepared for the varsity game. It has afforded us the opportunity, obviously, to work on our conditioning to be in the best shape that we can when we're kind of expected to, play in a JV game and a varsity game. But being a young basketball team and being a little bit inexperienced, it's afforded us the opportunity to give girls a chance to play almost basically 2 games as opposed to 1. So, in my eyes at this point, obviously we want to win basketball games, but it's not about winning or losing. For us, it's about getting these kids better, getting them the experience on and off the floor, not only as becoming better individuals as young ladies, but becoming great basketball players as well.
We're talking Hanover area girls basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service, locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Coach, we're going to get to several ladies today, and the first one up is Emily Bobo. So tell us a little about what Emily brings to the table as a senior.
Well, Emily is a phenomenal young lady. She's just a kid of great character. She works extremely hard. More important, I preach education to my kids. She's a phenomenal kid in the classroom. Emily's done a great job. She's a captain this year. She's one of our leaders on our team. She's not a kid that really looks to put the ball in the basket that much, but she does a phenomenal job on the glass. She gets after it. She's physical. And again, people that have seen us play, we're extremely small. So, every team we've played this season has been much bigger than us, and Emily has been put into a position where, as our main rebounder, she really has to work hard. So she's really been busting her butt on that end of the floor, offensively and defensively on the boards, and has been a huge help to this program.
Awesome. Well, let's welcome in Emily Bobos, the senior here on the John Mendola Show. Emily, let's talk about your tenacity out there when you're on the court. Is basketball one of those sports you just love?
My first love is softball, but coming into basketball, I've played it since I was in 2nd grade, so I've come to love it. It's not my first sport that I'm the best at, but I try my hardest just to be in the game.
Also a field hockey player. Again, another sport that you just kind of do because it's something to do and stay busy?
Yeah, I mean, I started field hockey when I was in 7th grade. I never really planned on getting so into it and becoming the player I am, but it's made me a better player all around, and just helped me throughout each sport that I play, staying in shape and being physical.
Talk about the assignment this week you had against Myers. They have some tallies on their team, so what was it like playing some of those girls down low?
They were a lot taller than I am, to say. They were a lot more athletic than I am, but it was a challenge for me that I had to face, and my team helped me out on rebounding and getting putbacks. So it was great to have the competition come to our court.
Talk a little bit about Coach Parker. He definitely has a way about him, a tenacity. He's going to get the most out of you. Talk about him pushing you a little bit there on the basketball court.
Coach Parker is like a father figure to me, so it's easy for him to criticize but give a positive response 2 seconds later. So it's nice to have a coach who does that and gets into our butts and makes us the better people that we are.
Honor Society President, Leo Club, so you're quite busy at school. Number 4 in your class. Talk about the coach mentioned that academic and you being such a serious student.
I've always learned to come home and do my homework as soon as I can and get good grades, because it'll make me a better person and push me to do a lot more than just coming home, going to practice, and worrying about school later. School comes first in my house.
Couple older siblings, Hailey and Cory. Tell us about both of them and your relationship with them.
My sister and I haven't been close all of our life, but since we've got older and realized sports is a big part of our relationship, we've become closer. And my brother's always been the protector and there for me. So it's we are very close now since my father passed away. It made us a lot of a better family since that happened.
And down the road here, college, you're looking at majoring in fashion merchandising. So where did that come from?
As a kid, I always drew dresses and learned from my grandmother how to sew, and it just interests me since I don't have a specific subject that I love too much. So fashion merchandising is something that I do love. I love fashion and style and stuff like that.
Oh, you are a rare bird knowing how to sew. That's a lost art. I remember doing that in school when I was in 7th grade. Of course, I think that's kind of fallen by the wayside. As far as the relationship with your teammates, let's talk a little bit about how you get along with everybody, and obviously the goal between January, the first week of January, how you're playing and where you're playing at the end of February. I'm sure this is something Coach Parker talks about, is you want to grow as a team. Where you feel like that bond is and how the team's playing?
Well, most of the girls on our team, we've been friends probably since 2nd grade when we all started playing basketball, or we've all been friends since we started playing softball when we were 5. But being that long of a friendship, it makes it a lot better to get to know each other and have the ability to come together as a team on the court because we're friends outside of basketball. So having that going into the playoffs and the rest of our season just makes it a lot better.
Well, Emily, 3-sport athlete, number 4 in your class. You sound quite mature, and you're doing some great stuff. Continued success your way.
Thank you.
All right, Emily Bobo there from Hanover area here on the Mendola Show. Coach Sarah Weitzel is with us today. She's a senior. Tell us a little bit about Sarah.
Again, John, Sarah, I can't even tell you how many times. This young lady, even off the basketball court, is one of the most phenomenal kids that I've had an opportunity to come into contact with. This kid gives 100% at all times, regardless of the situation. She gets a little down on herself when her shot's not going in sometimes, but we've been staying after practice a little bit and getting some extra shots up. But she's a very good shooter. She's going through a little bit of a slump, but she's that type of kid that, although she's in a slump right now, she finds other ways to stay on the basketball court and contribute to this basketball team. She has a great attitude. She's an extremely hard worker. She does everything that I ask her to do without even a responsive boo. She's just a phenomenal kid and has done a great job on this basketball team and is a pivotal part of this team.
All right, let's welcome in Sarah Weitzel here on the Mendola Show. And Sarah, you got a great introduction there from your coach. Talk about just trying to work through some things there and making sure your head's up at all times out there on the basketball court.
Well, Coach Parker always pushes us to be the best we can be, and he's been pushing me to be better, and I'm thankful for him for that because he just keeps pushing us to better ourselves.
How about the fun that you have with this group of girls? Talk about the stuff, whether it's on the court or off the court, what you like to do to keep it light and make sure that it's fun first and the work is kind of right there with it.
Well, after our games, we like to go out and eat and just have a bond, and because with a bond makes us play better together.
Another field hockey and softball player. We talked already with Emily. Talk a little bit about how serious you are.
Well, I'm very serious with field hockey and softball. Basketball is my third love, but I want to attend college to play field hockey.
All right, very cool. How about Caitlin and Gavin, a couple siblings that you have?
My siblings, Caitlin and Gavin, they're always there for me, and they're just always supporting me, whatever I do.
All right. And, of course, down the road, you're thinking about college. Far away, close to home with that field hockey. Have you given that some thought yet?
Close to home.
Okay. And how about your folks? Tell us a little about how they support you.
My parents are my biggest supporters. They're always there for me no matter what. Dad's working, mom's always there. They're always there to support me, and I'm thankful for them.
All right, Sarah. Well, you sound like you got your act together, and we wish you a lot of success to get that shot going, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Sarah Weitzel from Hanover area. Coach Parker, one more young lady here in this segment, and it is Tanisha Atherton. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yes, John. Tanisha plays a pivotal role on this team as well. What makes her a little bit different from the other girls on this team is she's in a position where she's needed to play two positions, a little bit of the post as a forward, or sometimes as a 5 because we're extremely small, and then she's also expected to know the plays at the guard position as well. So sometimes it becomes a little bit confusing, but she's done a phenomenal job of that. She's a kid that's probably one of our best ball handlers. She moves pretty well. She has a pretty nice shot. She works extremely hard. She's a phenomenal young lady. Again, all of these kids that I've had an opportunity to come into contact with are phenomenal young ladies, but Tanisha tries her hardest, and that's all I can ask of her. She's a phenomenal kid.
All right, let's welcome in Tanisha Atherton here on the John Mendola Show as we talk Hanover area Lady Hawkeyes basketball. Tanisha, let's talk about your role on the team. What do you think well for your team?
I think, I rebound a lot for the team. Other than Emily, I try to box out the best I can, even if they're taller. I try my best with that to get putbacks for our team or pass it out for a 3. I either hit to look for Sarah or Madison Hooper when they're open, or Sarah Tuzinski, and I just try my hardest just to do that for our team.
You could look at the numbers thing as a negative. Hey, we only have like 12 girls playing varsity basketball. Or you could look at it as a positive that, hey, we're going to get in better shape. We're going to work a little closer as a unit. Talk about the positives on how you and your teammates try to look at the roster that you have and just trying to get the most out of everybody to make your team successful.
I think I like our team smaller, actually, because we're closer together and we know each other. We know our abilities. We know what we're weak at, and it's easier to work together. As if it's like a bigger team, you have to find out everything like from each person, so you know what everyone's going to give every game.
Soccer and track, a couple other sports that you talk about what you like about each of those.
Soccer, I just did that just to get in shape for basketball. I do love soccer, but basketball is my first love. And track, that's just my third sport. I actually got 6 offers for college for track, but otherwise I just do it just to stay in shape and stuff.
Let's talk about the events you do in track and field.
In track, I'm a thrower. I throw the javelin and discus, and I went to districts 3 years in a row now. I'm looking for my 4th this year.
All right. You have a sister, Tamira, correct?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about her.
She likes to support me every game. She gets mad when she can't wear my shirt that says my last name on it. Yeah, she's just my biggest supporter.
Always great to hear that you have that support, and I'm sure she's out there rooting you on. English and history, a couple of subjects that you like. Is it the subject matter? You have a favorite teacher there at Hanover area?
My favorite teacher is Miss Domzalski. She's always pushed me to write, and she always supported me and everybody that she had.
College down the road here. It's your senior year. So, again, we asked that question about close to home, far away. Does it matter? Or are you just looking for whatever's best for you, whatever the best package you get so you can put forth that effort?
Whatever's the best for me, I guess. So Misericordia gave me a good package deal, and they wanted to recruit me for track, so I'm looking maybe to go there.
Awesome. Close to home, very good school, very good track program. Tell us about your relationship with your mom and why you look up to her.
My mom, she's always done everything for me. It didn't matter, like, if we had nothing or if we had everything at that moment. She just always done it for me, and I just really love her for that.
Well, Tanisha, great to hear your story. We wish you the best of luck going forward, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Tanisha Atherton and the Hanover area girls basketball team. We're going to continue the conversation. We got still a few more ladies to get to. I'd like to tell you, if they'd like to pick up a copy of our basketball magazine, you could do so at any McCarthy Tire Service, Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, Hazleton, and Scranton. Want to thank all of our local State Farm insurance agents as well. Jen Rickey in Dunmore, Michael Griffith, located in Dixon City. He has that new location, Frank Sirokach in Tunkhannock. Want to thank Noreen Thomas in Clark Summit, Melissa Walter in the Back Mountain, Jeremy Baczynski, locations in Drums and Pottsville. Matt Daly has a location over there in Kingston, and Daryl Hubbard, his location is in Mountaintop, so you can pick up a copy there at any of those. And Manuka Subaru, located in Moosic. It's all we do, or maybe the Manuka section of Scranton. 10:18 here in the John Mendola Show. We come back. More Hanover area girls basketball. We'll get to the Northwest area girls basketball team coming up as well. We appreciate you joining us each and every Saturday, of course, every day online. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Daryl Hubbard break. Like a good neighbor, Daryl Hubbard in Mountaintop is there. We'll be back at WILK.